Have you ever sold a car, but you had a laundry list of things you still wanted to do to it, and the guy that bought the car from you went ahead and just did all the things you were dreaming about? This time on Low Boost, we're going to revisit my old 1966 Mustang. So I was fortunate enough to keep the car local when I sold it, and I was able to sell it to somebody who didn't live that far from me. But I'm happy that we're so close together that we can still see the car. This is BJ. He bought the Mustang from me. Was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
I think it's almost 3 years ago.
Awesome, awesome. And I know we've kept in contact with each other, and I've just kind of followed this process along on what he's done to the car. So today we're going to go over it a little bit, and then we're going to take it for a test drive. So what have you actually done to the car since I had it?
Much of it is interior.
Okay.
On the exterior, some mechanical stuff. I changed out the rear end ratio, put 380s in it for the AOD, and put posi in it. I did a bunch of work toward the front here, put in the era correct, the year correct pony.
I love the headlights.
LEDs that are all wired up. That will actually, there's directionals in there as
cool.
Well. And some of the other kind of cool things that I like doing. This is era correct license plate as well.
I like that.
Most of the stuff on the outside though was trim work.
Yeah.
I've cleaned up some of the trim down here. Put in new stuff here.
I love how you put 302 high performance on it, because this actually isn't a 289. This actually is a 302. That we swapped into it with an AOD, so it's like almost like it's a Fox body Mustang engine, yep. But it's got the look of an older car, but it still has fuel injection. He just did the hood on this and painted it, and literally as he was almost pulling in down here, it flew up on him, and thankfully didn't break anything else, but the hood is pretty dented. So pardon the appearance. It did look a hell of a lot better about 20 minutes ago. I'm not kidding.
100%.
All right. In terms of the performance, I know, because one of the big things that I was wishing that I did was this did not have a limited slip differential, and it was 293 gears, which was pretty rough.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Look, we're getting caught. You can't. That's the other thing.
I can't go wrong with this car.
I've had a lot of different cars. I've never been stopped as many times in my life as when I was driving this or getting gas. It was like a 30-minute ordeal everywhere I went.
Everybody loves Mustang. Everybody does.
And everybody knows somebody who had one if they didn't have one themselves. They made so many of these. But yeah, it being a 293 rear end with a non-limited slip differential, it was like a one tire fire. How is it now? And I'm going to get to feel it, I guess.
Oh, you will. It has quite a bit more beef behind it.
Okay.
So when you put that gas down, you can lay twin stripes, no problem.
That's awesome.
You can do burnouts in this thing, no problem. In fact, she wants to go. The coolest thing though with what I put into it now, she runs beautifully on the highway. And when I want to get up and go, she goes. I do think the next thing I will probably end up doing is putting some 1/2-inch fuel line in.
Okay.
And that will get a little more gunk coming my way and be able to go a little bit more off the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's still a lot of room to tune it.
Yes.
Like it's on the it's on the Holly Sniper, and we just kind of made a conservative tune for it, but it's got a lot of room. You could do a lot with it. And with the headers on it and everything, it's got a lot of room if you wanted to add some extra grunt to it.
Yep.
So nice.
She sounds great too. I mean, the way you guys delivered it right off the bat, she sounded like a champ. Everybody complimented me on that. I was like, I cannot take credit for that.
In my humble opinion, the 3 greatest sounding engines of all time: the Ferrari 458 Italia, the Lexus LFA, and the Ford 302 small block. I'm sorry.
sounds amazing.
It's one of the best sounding engines
there's
of all time.
There's a rumble there that you just don't get in other cars. Or other engines, and you go down the road, you'll hear it. It sounds.
LS engines don't sound like that, and you know me, I'm a Chevy guy. I love LS.
100%.
Nothing sounds as good as a small block Ford.
Nope.
Nothing.
Not even close.
All right, you want to take it for a spin?
Go for it.
All right. Yeah, the steering wheel is, God, that feels amazing.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. I kept telling myself, I'm like, I should do that. I should do the steering wheel, and then I never did. Does the horn work? Oh! Hey! I unplugged the horns. You know exactly what it was. Okay. There we go. If you're looking for a great way to support our channel, check out lowboostfilms.com. Not only does this support the channel, but you'll look great while you do it as well. We have a great selection of different types of apparel and merchandise that you guys can buy. I also have a selection of car parts and tools that we've reviewed on the channel that we know work well for sale on there as well at a good price, so make sure you check it out. Let's see how this thing feels. I'll wait till we're, out here. You're okay if I can hit it?
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. 60 miles an hour, Jesus.
Done.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it definitely has more umph down low. It definitely has more umph.
And then even when you're up at high speeds, it doesn't feel like it's overworking.
Oh yeah. Definitely got more. And what I love about why I wanted to do an AOD, not that we're in overdrive now, but because you have overdrive, you could drive this like long distances on the highway and you're fine, you know?
100%.
So I love that. You got the window fixed.
Everything's fixed there. They fixed the back windows. The rail for the weather stripping was missing, so.
Okay. You got navigation in here?
I do.
All the amenities. Yeah, so
right.
This is really what I wished I could have done to the car had I kept it long term.
Yeah.
And for me, it never was a long-term car. I wanted to have it and enjoy it for a little while, but I always wanted a factory-fied Type 65, and I knew
100%.
if I could sell this and partially fund that.
Yeah.
Which it has. But I'm just glad that it went to somebody that appreciates the car, that was local with it, and that really took extra care, probably better care of it than I did. I was just trying to get it to be a runner and a driver and go from A to B. I just wanted it mechanically sound. You make it look aesthetically pleasing now on the interior.
Thank you.
I think the only other thing that I would do if, keeping the car long term is, obviously it's a big expenditure to do it, but if you did the K member in the front to get the true coilovers, and so you could get a modern power steering rack,
Yeah.
and a modern rack as opposed to steering box,
Yep.
this would actually drive like a newer Mustang, and you probably would get a lot more out of it. But honestly, still going from driving a car with power steering to one that doesn't. Once you're moving in this car, the steering is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, definitely. Did you get a new cluster?
Yeah.
That's a new cluster.
Well, all the graphics behind it, everything else are old. It's just the new.
All that. Okay.
Yep, that's new. I kept this.
I like
Put
that.
in new rear view mirror.
Does this have the vent down here?
It does. It's on the other side. You got to pull.
Oh yeah. Okay. This guy.
Yep, right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That gets you a little more air.
And I
in here.
fixed that.
That was clogged up.
That was clogged up like you couldn't believe.
Yeah. I want to thank you for two reasons. One, thank you for letting me drive it.
Of course.
I brought back memories of when I had it, and I can't say that I don't miss it, because I miss it a lot.
It's true.
But you can't keep every car forever. But honestly, I'm more happy that you own it because you appreciate this thing so well. And I know how much you love it, and it just makes me feel better about doing the work on the car because I know I sold it to somebody that really appreciates it. And I don't know if many people appreciate their Mustang like this guy does, that's for sure. So and thank you for meeting me and doing the video. I think not just myself but anybody else that followed the journey of me building it on YouTube kind of wondered where the car went and how it's doing now. And I think it's pretty cool to show people it's doing a lot better now. It's maybe not with the hood smacked up, but that's not his fault. Okay.
I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah. What are your future plans to going forward with the car?
I think eventually I'm probably gonna put power steering. More than likely gonna be putting in some half-inch hard fuel lines in.
Okay.
And slowly but surely clean up the interior. And if I ever get the money to be able to do it, to just completely repaint it,
redo the whole car. Yeah.
Strip it down and redo it. But for now, I don't have to worry too much about rock chips or anything else. I just enjoy the car.
That's why I like it too.
Yeah.
I don't worry. If you spent all the money to repaint this thing and make it look like $1 million, you probably wouldn't drive it as much.
No. So I like to drive it. I go down the road in it. I get tons of thumbs up. I get lots of waves. It's everyone loves this car.
As they should. Yeah. As they should. So if you guys want to see more about this car and the whole process that I had while I built it, I have an entire playlist on YouTube here. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button because if you don't, they're not going to show you any of my videos because they're terrible at that. And if you can't wait until next week's video, make sure to check out these videos that I already have ready to go. All right. Appreciate it.
Sorry that the hood was screwed up.
It's okay.
It sucks for you. It sucks for me.
He goes, you're not going to believe it. I'm like, what? He goes,